So hey everyone, it is me, Dr. Stacy Betancourt, going live to talk to you about something a little bit different. I am here to talk to you about diet and exercise. I recently became certified as a personal instructor to help those who are interested in fitness, but I'm not trying to sell you on any kind of fitness plan. If you have any questions on that, let me know. But what I do want to talk to you about is diet and exercise. So it's going to sound like a contradiction because diets don't work long term. Okay, so here's the thing, diets are supposed to be a short term fix, a short term training. It's all geared to help you to learn healthier habits. So, for instance, those of you who choose to purchase foods, prepackaged foods, those are a great start in training you to get your body used to what you should be eating. Because in most cases, where we fail for a healthy lifestyle is that it is, number one, it is all about learning what to eat, and two, actually eating it in the right portion size. Now, you could eat as healthy as you want, but you could still be eating more than your body needs. So then your body starts trying to figure out what to do with it, and it starts to store it, and that's where we have fat, and there's all those kinds of things that go with it. So here's what I'm going to say. If you are relying on a meal plan where the food is sent to you, that is a great first step. The one thing you want to make sure of is that you are choosing foods that are healthy for you. So many of them are packed with different chemicals and processing that really isn't good for your body, where you can get the same things in other programs that do have less processing, the chemicals, all the things that are not good for our bodies, as you teach your brain, because dieting is very much a mental aspect. When we are so used to just eating what we want when we want, and then we gain weight, it is a satisfaction what we want when we want, and then we gain weight. It is a satisfaction prepackaged foods as well, that they can get weight. The same thing. Well, as you learn to create the same foods on your own and sticking to the proteins, that's the key thing. The other part of diet and exercise is the exercise part. So what are you doing to counterbalance what you're putting into your body on a daily basis? Your body requires a certain amount of calories for sustenance, and it's supposed to keep you from feeling hungry and all those kind of things. But the thing is that if you are not exercising to the degree that you're eating, that's where you gain weight. So the important thing to do, number one, is go talk to your doctor. It's important to get a standard physical. And I know that sounds like, oh my gosh, got to go to the doctor just to go on a diet. Well, yes, because here's the thing. What if there's an underlying medical issue that you don't know about? That can become a problem, because you could be dieting and doing everything right and not losing weight. So making your doctor's office the first step to getting healthy and taking back your well-being and your energy and everything starts with that standard blood test. Now, once you have all the information and your doctor's saying, okay, everything looks good, then you're free to do what you need to do. But again, it doesn't require a lot of money, and it doesn't require you ordering different foods from different companies. Some of us need that help, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as you learn portion control and size, it's important to then mimic those purchases in the grocery store. So by buying the right foods and knowing what foods are good and what's important for your body. Some people need more protein, some people need less. You can absolutely get protein from plants. It's amazing if you want to kind of investigate more of a plant-based kind of diet. I'm not a dietitian, but I've been down the road quite a bit. But as far as your fitness is concerned, it's important to get the type of fitness that you need to counteract what you consume in a day. And again, that starts with taking that visit with your doctor. The other thing is one thing that I don't like about diet programs is that you have to abstain from foods. The minute you start getting rid of foods, now one food I would really encourage you is anything that is heavily processed. In fact, I started buying, my husband loves a certain brand of chocolate bar. And I started buying it for him through a online shopping vendor to come from the UK because it's incredible. If you look at the ingredients on an American candy bar and you find the equivalent, most of them are made in Ireland, but they do ship out of England and different parts of the UK. If you compare them 1-to-1, the American candy bar has so many additives that it's like, wow, this actually isn't healthy for me. But if you choose something, you look at the same candy bar that's made in the UK and there's very few ingredients. And believe it or not, when I first tasted the one from the UK, I almost didn't like it because it wasn't that artificial enhanced taste that we are so used to. Over time, though, it didn't take long to where, okay, this actually, not only is this better for me, but it tastes good. So it's that kind of thing. It's taking that extra step to, like, if you're someone who craves a certain kind of cookie, okay, great. Try making it at home with homemade ingredients because it's going to take less stuff. You're not going to put any chemicals in it. You're not going to put any food lacquers to make them look shiny, which I did find out a major big box bakery store, one of those that are inside the store, I asked them, why are there so many chemicals? Why is there food lacquer on this product? And they said, because of our lighting within the store, if we didn't do that, the products would not look appealing and people wouldn't buy it. Wow. So here's the thing, knowing what's in your food. Some of what is in your food could be actually encouraging your body to gain weight. That is an absolute proven fact that some people can't handle what's put in our foods. And it can actually have an adverse effect on your hormones. So again, that's why I say trip to your doctor first. The other part of that is the idea of exercise. You do not have to exercise like a crazy person in order to lose weight. Walking is one of the best forms of exercise that you can do. And I am someone who began my running career as a walker. My very first Los Angeles Marathon, all 26.2 miles, which is actually when you do the marathon, you're actually going further because you're moving around people, and that adds up. I power walked. I knew that I had to come in under 15 minutes per mile. And in doing that, I was able to finish my first marathon. Now, over time, I was walking so fast, I was slow jogging. So it was like, oh, I can just jog. And my jogging turned to running, and it really just over time increased. So there's that factor. There is simple things that you can do at home that does not require a gym membership. If you are someone who's thinking that maybe you want to lift weights, but you're not really sure, there are on different channels, and I can start putting those up there, where you take a backpack, where most of us have a backpack, and you fill it with bottles of water. That's it. You put them in the backpack and you can do exercises. You want a set of dumbbells, but you don't want to pay the price? Great. Get 2 good sized bottles of waters, like a 1 liter bottle of water, and use those as your first weights. Because guess what? Anything that has resistance is going to help you get physically fit. There are a lot of things you can do. And if you'd like to see that, let me know, send me a message, and I will demonstrate it, because you can. It doesn't have to be, I have a really nice home gym that I'm happy with, but it's grown little by little as my needs have grown little by little. And other than the treadmill, everything we bought is secondhand. So the marketplaces are fantastic places to get stuff. But here's the thing. Dieting is a great start to a healthy lifestyle if you are willing to take the chance and work on yourself. And if you have any questions, let me know. So for now, I appreciate all of you that are signed on here. I really appreciate you watching. And I just want to tell you that I have other videos up if you're interested. I will be talking about health and fitness, and maybe doing some demonstrations as time progresses. But I thank you all for watching this special edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy, and take care, everyone. Have a great Friday and a fantastic weekend.